Boys and girls, welcome back to Starfield. In the last episode we finished Legacy's End, we took care of the Crimson Fleet. Partially, question mark, because if I go to my quest log, I still have the Burden of Proof quest, and I don't know how to get rid of this. I don't know what I'd be missing. I don't know what I didn't pick up for Lieutenant Toft. I could try to figure that out, but at the same time, I don't know if it's possible to figure that out. Alright, so I'm kind of cheating and I'm looking at the Starfield wiki right now to see, like, what I might have missed. I'm struggling to remember which ones I already turned in, but we can take a strong guess at what we're doing. So first and foremost, we're gonna have to go back to Sidonia, which has to go back to Mars, wherever that is. I need to go back to Mars, yeah. Alright, so we're back on Mars. Let's make our way into the bar where we talked to Adler, because there is a piece of stuff there that we can get, maybe. Maybe I missed it, maybe I picked it up. Hopefully it doesn't despawn because the quest is over. Because if I can't complete Burden of Proof, that's actually going to be quite annoying. That one, I didn't just outright fail the quest because the Crimson Fleet is completely dealt with. So this is where we talked to Adler. And there it is, the Neva meetup. Okay, take that.
Sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the Soul system? Security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler.
How's the
Let's make
scene
this
go?
quick. There's only so long I can stand a sink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay. Take it easy. Here's the fleet kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is...
Okay, well,
Oh,
there it is.
That's sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes, covering lost shipments. This isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
Two things, Adler. And I will make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself can understand. One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again. And I'll shove my knife so far up your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay. Sorry, Neva. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
Alright, so that's the first piece of evidence that I missed in my journey. There are gonna be some that I hope I got on the first run-through, because I can't necessarily get back into the Legacy. So, let me look at the wiki again, we'll go to the next piece that I think I might have missed. Okay. So, I already recorded this, but my recording got corrupted, so we're re-recording this immediately after, so everything I'm about to say is fresh in the brain. As I was worried about, if you've already completed the entire quest line for the Crimson Fleet, you're kind of hard-blocked from going back to some of the locations. The Siren of the Stars Starliner is one of those locations, but thankfully on PC at least, I don't know if there's a way to do it on console. You can console command and teleport your way into the ship, because even though it gets deleted out of being in the playable field that you're allowed to go to, it's still in the game, just hidden away in a corner so no one knows about it. And then you can teleport here. The only caveat that I figured out while recording this is that you're going to have to know the other location ID name to get off the ship, because you didn't technically fly here, so your ship is not docked here. So the door you need to leave the ship is inaccessible because there's nothing on the other side of it, so you need to find a console command to get off the ship once you've came back to get the thing you needed. For me, I just went to Aquila City, but that's what we're going to do. Now I have to just reorient myself because it's a little odd navigating around the ship whenever you spawn in, not at the entry point. In case you're wondering, the crew and everybody, they're still here. Like, everybody is right where you left them whenever you did the mission here, which is the funny part, but the captain's quarters, which is where the piece of evidence on the ship is next to this Boom Pop cherry soda machine. So that's the landmark you're looking for in case you're looking around. Everything is white, and then you have this giant red machine. This is the door you need. So if you come into the door, there's a bunch of stuff in here. You're not worried about that. Come into here, and then here is the log you need. It's not an audio log, so you have to read it. Rokov, once again, I'm refusing your request to rejoin. We're not a membership club here, Rokov. This is the goddamn Crimson Fleet. You don't apply, you try out. If Neva doesn't put a hole in your skull, you get picked. That's how it works. You already went through it once. You had your chance, and you blew it. If you want to get my attention, maybe you should try scoring something valuable off that piece of crap you call a Starliner. Neva told me you lied about your record to get the application, so you may as well put your position to good use. Cut the fleet for a chunk of the creds, and maybe I'll start listening. Until then, stop contacting us. Delgado. That is the piece of evidence you need. And now, like I said, you have to open your console commands, and then you have to get off the ship, so... The one I went to, like I said, is COC, City, Aquila, City, Ho, Estate. I chose that one because it's the easiest one to remember, so hit that, we'll teleport out. I should have looked up the ID location for New Atlantis, because that's where I'm actually going right now. But for the time being, Aquila City will do because it's easy to remember. Let's just leave Aquila City, go back to New Atlantis the proper way, and then honestly just hope that my game doesn't, or my recording doesn't break again. I need to talk to that dude whenever we come back because my ship got kind of destroyed in the space battles for the Legacy's End, so I need to fix that while we go to the well, because that's where we talked to the captain of the one cargo ship that took us to the marine ship, so you need to run by everything over here. And then there's an elevator over here in this corner where you go down to the well, and that's where we need to go right now. And then once you're in the well, I need to remember where we talked to Homegirl. I think it was up here. Maybe not. Where did I talk to her at? Alright, back to the wiki for a sec. Give me 1 sec. Alright, so Kay's house. Head through the doors at the bottom, into the kitchen. And is that it? That is it.
So, when did you stop flying the Swan, anyway?
When the cargo became more valuable than the ship.
True. The fleet got us real busy these days, and we are making good money smuggling all this contraband. But if any time was the right time for a break...
Hey, there's still work to do. I need to check with my contacts at the spaceport and find out what guards are on rotation when we leave port. Then it's back to the key to make sure Delgado gets his cut, and to make sure he hasn't cut us out. I worry sometimes that being in New Atlantis, we're missing out on the big scores. I know that old dog has something big planned. I can feel it.
Sheesh, that is a lot to think about. And here I thought the pirate life was carefree.
Maybe for some people, but that's not how I work.
Well, you feel free to plan our next move from now to the... I'm all about living in the present and being where your feet are.
That's fine. Just make sure to wipe those feet before boarding my ship.
So the next one on my list is gonna be where we did the mission where we stole the ship that had the comm spike device on it. So I need to figure out how to get back there.
Hey, we're asking everyone to take care of it. Okay, sure.
Okay, so the command for this is a weird one, but we need COC LC 043SY03, according to Reddit. Alright, that took me somewhere. Is this where I need to... Kinda looks like it. Yeah, you're as surprised as I am. Lab 3? And here it is, yes, right here.
Can you talk to the commander? Get me reinstated?
Natara's doing you a favor, Marcine. Would you prefer to court-martial? Dishonorable discharge? Because all of that was on the table.
I would have preferred things to remain as they were, so I made a mistake. But my work on the comm spike
Was and is irrelevant. Dr. Vogel will do just fine without you. Besides, we both know the only reason you were on that project was to bloat the budget so we could embezzle the creds. And to that end, your share of the funds should be transferred to your Gal Bank account shortly.
What am I supposed to even say to that? Those funds are the reason I don't have a job.
You can start by saying thank you. Hell, I even warned you not to poke the bear. Commander Natara being the Ursine predator in this analogy.
Aaron was right. I should have never hit send.
Yeah, you screwed up. Royally. But you can protect Dr. Gong and all the King's subjects by keeping your mouth shut from now on.
Yeah.
Hey, you want my advice? On some planet at the edge of the galaxy where you can relax for a bit. Lean back. Really dig your feet in the sand. Just get your mind off all this. Oh, and stop with the sad puppy dog face, too. Makes you look guilty.
And what kind of face am I supposed to have?
The face of someone who got away with it.
Okay, so next up, we have to find a way to get to Neon, and I am struggling to find console commands that just take me to the place I want to go. Nova Blast Disruptor, I'm going to take that. My little Nova Blast pistol that I stopped using was actually really good. Maybe that's also really good. A little bit of added loot if you want to take it while you're here. I mean, we're already cheating to get here, so why not? So anyway, we're going to have to fast travel back to Aquila City, because that's the only command I know. And then we're going to have to go to Neon. And we are back here once again. I'm so sorry for intruding through your home, but this is the only location that I can remember, because none of the other locations have commands that make sense and are easy to remember. So luckily, whenever I get outside, I don't actually need a console command to get to Neon. Everything I need in Neon, I can probably just get to legitimately, air quotes. This episode, whenever I post it to my No Commentary channel, is going to be very confusing for the people on the No Commentary channel. It may not even be worth posting it, because they're just not going to know what's going on. Where's Neon? Yep, right into the Neon core where everything talks to me. Now, mind you, this entire episode, don't take this as me claiming to be like a Starfield expert. If I was a Starfield expert, I wouldn't have to be using console commands to complete quests retroactively.
Quit staring.
So first and foremost, we're already walking this way, so let's try to take care of the one that's over here in the Generdyne office. Head to the elevator, go to the Generdyne Industries floor, and then we'll do up here. Like I said, please do not take this as me being a Starfield expert. Like I said, if I was a Starfield expert, we wouldn't have to do this. Is this where I want to be? Excuse me?
Talk. I've got a deadline coming up.
I don't remember ever being in this office. Alright, so it's in this safe on the wall, which is a master lock. Of course it is. Alright, does the computer do anything more for me? Can I open the safe using the computer? Alright, so hacking that computer actually did nothing. And this computer doesn't do anything. Alright, since we're already cheating the system using console commands to get places that have been hard blocked in this quest, let's just use console commands to open this safe. If you guys are upset at that, I apologize. If you want to do it legitimately, get your master lock and then come back here. It's not hard to find. But open your console command while looking at the safe. It'll pop up with a text thing. Make sure that's the one you want to do, and then just type unlock in the thing. And the safe should be unlocked whenever you exit the console. The top one is all you need, and that's all we're going to take. Just meeting with Bayou evidence. And go to your inventory, and I guess listen to that.
Alright, Ben. What was so important I had to come to the office in the middle of the night?
It's the numbers, Ayumi. I don't like what I'm seeing.
If you'd stop interfering with my company, the numbers would be better.
Your company? That's funny. I thought it belonged to Mr. Harada.
Give me a break. We both know you set up that identity so we could both reap the profits off the books.
If Generdyne was showing a profit, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
How the hell am I supposed to make a profit when all I have is your brother, the idiot, as my chief technician?
I'd choose your next words
Ranger?
very carefully, Miss Komiko. Raise the utility costs to your clients, cut some staff, I don't care how you do it. I want Generdyne's profit soaring by the end of the month. And if I ever hear you talking about bracing like that again,
Is there a type of weapon
well, I'm sure you can imagine the consequences.
Okay, so the next piece of evidence I need is going to be at Madame Sauvage's, but I have a strong feeling I went through the wrong doors and my game is having a very bad time. All the console commands and the cheatsy doodles are making my game not cooperate with me. And as I feared, we went to the wrong side of website, so let's go back through the middle and go to the other door. Alright, so I went through literally every wrong door, but we found Madame Sauvage's finally. So we have to go into Madame Sauvage's, obviously. Then according to the wiki, we have to go past the bar. You're still here. Wow, okay. Go into the back room. And I may have found this one. Is that it? Nope, I did not find it.
Pour me a velocity, dummy. I think we're in luck.
Estelle, you found the buyer. And in less than a week. I'm impressed.
I am zoned out of my
There's
mind
just
right
one
now.
teeny little catch, though.
Whenever there's a catch
Yeah?
with you, it ends up costing me money.
Before you give me the guillotine, hear me out. The buyer wants the merch, but they want it tomorrow night.
And there it is. Do you have any idea what it will cost to get that many crates of steel fresh by tomorrow?
How many?
No, not this time.
What if I told you they wanted 15 cases this time, at full price?
What about your comrades at the Crimson Fleet? Won't they want a taste? I'd hate to lose half of our profit.
Nothing like a
You
velocity
just
after
worry
a
about
rough
the shipment.
shift at sea
I'll
now.
handle the
Don't you
fleet.
forget how bad you stink.
All right, Estelle. You have a deal. Here's your drink.
You're a doll, dummy. Cheers.
Okay, so there's another piece of evidence on Neon that I probably missed, so we're gonna go back to the Euphorica private lounge, which I should have complete access to, because, I mean, I bought it, so
I'm not in the mood.
I don't care, Neon Security, I'm sorry. Ebside is very awkward to navigate, and I hate it. Every bit of it, I hate it. I like the concept of Ebside, but my god, I hate navigating this place. I hate having to go back through the middle of the Neon Core to get to the other side of Ebside. It's just so many load zones that don't have to exist. So if I guess correctly, this door should be the door that I went through the first time, which should just take me to Euphorica. Euphorica is probably how it's pronounced. And bada boom bada bing, Euphorica. No idea how to pronounce it. Euphorica. I keep pronouncing it like paprika. Okay, so we walk in,
Haven't seen a leech in a while. Think the city got him?
walk up, go to the private lounge, and
Yes?
that's just a tablet. Oh, it's behind the bar. That's a weird place. Who would ever look behind the bar for this? Whatever, though.
Can't you see I'm busy, Estelle? What do you want? I've decided to accept your offer.
Let's make sure this is absolutely clear. I don't want any screw-ups. I'll provide the shipment IDs, the equipment description, and schematics, and in return...
In return, I disable the freighter, transfer the goods, and then transport it the rest of the way for final sale.
You got it. Too bad your friends back at the key don't know you're cutting them out of the deal. I wonder what they'd say if they found out.
Probably the same thing your boss in the big shiny tower would say if he knew you were funneling electrical components.
I'll take a
Right.
Chimera. Thanks.
Well, we don't have to worry about that because neither of them will ever find
Thanks,
out.
Micah.
Right? That's right, Toots. Let's just enjoy the credits and keep our big mouths shut, hmm? After all, it's just good business.
Okay, so that's the final piece of evidence on Neon. Next up is definitely another hard-blocked one, which is why this quest is kind of buns. A lot of the quests and locations you have to go to, you're sent on by other hidden missions, which just is kind of dumb. For the casual player that just wants to complete this quest, this is a pain in the ass. Even for the hardcore Starfield fan, like this is the only game you play, there's no way you would know to do most of this stuff, because in order to get this particular mission, you have to talk to Bog, who is the bartender on the key. At this point, I've already completely destroyed the Crimson Fleet. Bog is dead. I killed him. So I could never get the quest I need to go to where I need to go for this next one. So in order for this next one, I'm gonna have to find another console command. Actually, I lied. We're not gonna do that one. Let's go to the clinic. I don't have to use console commands to go to the clinic. Let's do that one. Go to the clinic, because honestly I need to see a doctor anyway. My character's in really bad shape for some reason. Even though I said to fast travel to the clinic, it's making me space travel my way to the clinic, because why not? I don't remember why I would have been sent here for this mission. Did the clinic have anything to do with the Crimson Fleet quest? The only time I remember coming here is the mission where I was chasing down Maya for the Freestar Collective questline. Alright, so as the other quest I was just talking about, you need to be sent here by somebody that works on the key. And
whatever you do, don't unplug anything.
I have no
You'll make
idea
sure
where
you
this
wind
is
up
going to
in
be
one of those
sending me.
hospital beds. Kidding. Sort of.
I have no idea where this is going to take me. Okay, so you're who I'm looking for, but why are you sitting...
Wouldn't mind getting assigned to one of those research programs.
Why are you sitting in the hallway and not, like, a place that matters? Where's your office, bro? Oh, Starfield is Starfielding right now. What in the hell?
Look at one more vacation photo.
Oh, is this it?
In his clock.
Wow, okay.
Dr. Cartwright
We got another
in Kansas
quest.
City said I was crazy
It's
when I
this
told her I
office
wanted
that's
to transfer
unnamed,
here.
and it's in the right corner over here. And this is a list of stuff. If you want to read that, pause the video. Oh yeah, I need to talk to an actual doctor while I'm here. Who's the actual doctor
Murdering
here?
asshole should be blasted into space dust. You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy.
This place is a far cry. Nice talking to you.
Hey, okay, who's the actual doctor?
There's such a mountain
There
of
you
work,
are.
I could really use a hand. Just need a moment to examine you. How are you even on your feet?
Take care of it all. I have no idea.
I can have this stitched up in short order. All right, this probably won't be the most... And you're all set.
Alright, thank you. Now that I'm fully cured, we can leave now. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the Vigilance now and see if I have enough evidence to end the quest, because that's all I'm really curious about. I'm not trying to 100% it. I just want the quest to not be in my inventory, so we're gonna go back to the key, because that's where the UC Vigilance is also hanging out. And if I don't have enough evidence, there is more evidence on the key I can go grab and hopefully make quick work about it. Like I said, I just want to complete this quest to get it off of my list. I don't want to 100% it. So I would like to thank Reddit for helping me find the pieces of evidence that I found so far. And if this completes the quest,
I can't believe it.
we'll be happy.
Remember to turn in any evidence Nice work. Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash.
It doesn't
from
matter, they're
Sidonia.
dead now, but...
Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of them. Any other fragments?
This is the thing I don't understand. Like, we completed the quest. All of this information is useless now because everybody I'm listing off is dead. The only surviving member of the Crimson Fleet is the dude that handled the finances and Neva. Everyone else is dead. Like, none of this information matters, but the quest didn't complete when we completed the big quest.
Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokoff lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines about having a clean record. No matter. Next time he jumps from the key, we'll have him picked up.
There is no next
That will be
time, he's
one less
dead!
fleet captain for us to worry about. Find anything else? Finally. We've been tracking the Jade Swan for almost a year, but Captain Dayus somehow remained one step ahead. Every time we've scanned that ship, it's come up empty. Well, she's not going to skate away. Have any more? Cost overruns, siphoning project funds? How deep does this well go? Our forensic accounting team is going to have their hands full. I'll send this to Mass right away. Let's just hope that a few rotten apples within the UC haven't spoiled the entire bunch. That it? Perfect. Taking her out of the running is going to seriously damage the Crimson Fleet's hold on Neon. Even better, that's one less fleet.
Alright, we're
captain
getting
and one
noise
less
in the
ship to
background that
worry
sounds like a
about.
mission complete
Anything else?
objective. Did we complete the quest?
I'll be here if you have any more questions.
We leveled up. Damn, I got too excited. Is the quest still here? Of course it is. I have 3 level ups though, so that's cool, I
Mission
guess.
board should provide you with any intel. Glad to hear it. Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the... Have any more? Perfect. Komiko's wanted for corporate violations in UC territory, but having concrete evidence? Means we extradite her and nail her to the wall. Have any more?
Can this please be the last one?
Damn it. I knew those supplies had to be coming from somewhere, but I never expected them to be leaking directly from the clinic. I'll have to contact Mast and let them deal with this. Freestar Collective territory is out of my jurisdiction. Anything else?
That should be it, right?
All right. Let me know if you need anything else.
Oh my god, no, it's not. Maybe the Reddit post I read lied to me. Maybe you actually do have to find all the pieces of evidence to complete the quest.
It's good to have you back. What can I do for you? Not really, no. Yeah. Maybe. No. Let's just stick to the job. But, you're not gonna let this go, are you? You're right. I did. I suppose I'm hesitating because I'm not sure you'll like what I have to say. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? I suppose that makes me a hypocrite. Oh, does it now? Was I giving off some kind of ex-con sort of vibe? Well, give me a chance to explain. I grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our apartment. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted instead. A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicking me out of the house. That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Thanks. I'm quite proud of where I've ended up. Let's just say the years after my time in the Well were filled with highs and lows. Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. To know where my anger towards the fleet comes from. You're welcome. Well, I think you've had... Let's get back to it before Keyboard... Yeah. The reason I didn't bring up the Crimson Fleet is... well... I was one of them. It's something I'm not exactly proud of. Common ground, but not a common beginning. I was recruited out of New Atlantis by Neva Mora. She said I was making a name for myself, and it caught the fleet's attention. I was thrilled. It was a chance at bigger and better scores and gave me a ticket off-world. Why the heck would I say no? Even if I had, I was ignoring the potential repercussions. They took me in. Delgado ran me through the paces on Suvorov, and before I knew it, I was part of the team. Now I was making some serious money. That apartment I boasted about in New Atlantis became a joke. I even made enough to buy my own ship. I would have agreed with you back then, but when I think about it, I feel like I'm living my best life right now. Everything changed thanks to Commander Akande. The man basically saved my life. I owe him everything. He's a special man. I've never met anyone else like him. Look, I've already said too much. All you need to take away is that I've literally walked a mile in your shoes, and I appreciate the risks that you're taking. Carry through with this mission. I promise you I'll be there every step of the way. I suppose, though the commander won't be thrilled that I told you, so keep it to yourself. So, when I was running with the Crimson Fleet, I put together a hell of a crew. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't take my eyes off of any of them for even a second. Imagine trying to get some shut-eye on a ship like that. Didn't sleep much, I can assure you. My first mate was Arya Fikes, the toughest of the bunch. The only problem was that she had a hell of a temper. The smallest things could just set her off, and believe me, she took a while to cool down. Well, the positives outweighed the negatives, at first. Anyway, there was this one particular incident where we had a hot tip on a freighter supposedly running heavy with ore. The second we dropped out of grav space, we knew it was a trap. We'd been set up, and the UC was waiting for us. Somehow we managed to take out all of their attack ships. I grabbed Arya and we boarded the freighter. It wasn't brave. It was arrogant. We fought our way to the bridge and the crew surrendered. That's when the Vigilance arrived. I watched it vaporize my ship and crew in seconds. Commander Akande radioed over for us to give up, turn ourselves in. Arya went wild. Said she'd start executing crew if they didn't let us leave. The commander tried to talk some sense into her, but she was too far gone. I knew right then she'd rather die than surrender. You can't even imagine. Commander Akande promised to be lenient if we let the crew go. When we didn't reply, he sent over a ship to board us. I saw Arya put her gun to one of the hostages' heads, and saw that look in her eye. I could actually see her squeezing the trigger. Next thing I knew, a shot rang out. I'll never forget that look on Arya's face as she fell to the ground with the wound in her chest. Looked down at the gun in my hand like it belonged to someone else. I still don't know why I did it. That's what I keep telling myself. I hope to God we're both right. Long story short, I spent a year in jail, then Keepway recruited me. I guess he saw something in me, a desire to turn my life around. I busted my ass to get where I am today. First mate of the Vigilance. Ironic I'd end up in Arya's position, don't you think?
I think Commander Akande made the right choice as he's just awkwardly walking to the left side of the screen.
It took a while, and a lot of reflection, but I know he made the right choice. Had I continued down the road I was traveling back then, we wouldn't be speaking right now. I owe everything to Commander Akande for giving me a second chance.
Damn, so even after all of that, there's still more to do. I feel like I've done a decent amount. I turned in a lot of evidence and she just gave me her life story to the bitter end. Like, what more do I have to do? This is gonna have to end up in a different episode that we're finishing this quest because, I mean, my god, there's so much I've already done, so... Boys and girls, we're gonna pick up right back here on this exact pixel whenever I log in next time. So until then, I hope you have enjoyed. Hope I've shed some light on some of the things I've done in this episode, but like I said, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode where we'll hopefully complete this quest. So until then, a pizza.